Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block. On a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts. Basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Alrighty people, welcome to Satoshi TV, aka Bitcoin is VTV, aka It's Just Bitcoin. Today's date is Friday the 9th of July 2021. Let's just be gone and get in with it. Here we go, rock and roll. So this is the first chart I want to look at. So this actually shows you the percentage assured safety from future competition of any other shitcoin. So what gives Bitcoin its fundamental value is its neutral size and growth. And the way you work this out as a percentage is the number of years that the network grew without anybody knowing who started it. You know, and so this is what gives you its fundamental value. So if you were gambling, for example, and you take every year as a go, you can see that you start at 0 and the first year is like first go, the odds are like 50-50. Then the odds of getting 2 years in a row, 75, then 3 years in a row, 87. So you can see that Bitcoin grew for 11 years before the keys to the Tulip Trust were returned to CSW, which is kind of like an obvious hint that he created Bitcoin. But even now, it's still disputed to this very day whether or not he is Satoshi Nakamoto. So many people still don't believe it. So it's the neutral growth of the network. So what are the chances of another network achieving this neutral size and growth? Well, you can say that there is a 99.951% chance that no other network will achieve this size of neutral growth. And this is what gives Bitcoin its fundamental value as a monetary network. Because any monetary network that has a central point of authority or control or influence, let's say Charlie Lee when he started Litecoin, straight away he said, yeah, I started Litecoin. That's your point of influence. Oh, I like Charlie, therefore I'm going to buy it because blah, 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 blah. Whereas with Bitcoin, it's just like, well, hold on a minute. The paper was written in English, but it was written by a Chinese bloke. So, you don't have that central point of influence. Was he Japanese? Was he English? Nobody really knows. So that's where you get your neutral growth from. And also, the Bitcoin white paper was released on the 31st of October 2008, which was 2 months before he even started the network, which is what gives the starting point itself credibility. Whereas Litecoin is discredited by the fact that Charlie Lee has always said from the beginning that he started it. So yeah, that's where you get these figures from. So quite interesting that. So yeah, no other network could compete, and there's a 99.951% chance that no other network will achieve this feat. You know, so you can be pretty confident that Bitcoin will remain the most neutral and therefore the most fundamentally valuable network, you know, on Earth in our lifetimes, most definitely. JPaps and Savtoshi in the house. Thanks for joining me. So JPaps saying South Africa CDC or CBDC working with the N-chain. That's the rumor. Whoa, loving that. What do they say? Was it sell the rumor, buy the news, something like that, or buy the rumor, sell the news? Yes, something. Nice, but that sounds pretty good. Yeah, cracking. So let's crack on with it. Just got a few articles I want to get through today. So we've got quite some good ones. I've spotted some good ones. So let's start off with this one. BSV as a data standard. Oh, that's quite a long one. Crikey, I've got to be off skis in a mo because I'm doing my show with the women of BSV. But let's just see the introduction here. So first in that BSV as a series, this article addresses BSV as a data standard for general data storage, transfer, and trade. We often talk about Bitcoin being a commodity money, but rarely do we actually describe what kind of commodity it really is. Commodities come in all sorts of forms: energy, foodstuffs, raw materials, etc. But the common thing among commodities is that they have utility, meaning they are used or consumed for a productive purpose. This is important because if BSV is going to be something other than just another Ponzi scheme, then the blockchain must be useful for something other than just a store of value. Fortunately, Craig Wright, the architect of Bitcoin, set out from the beginning the ability for Bitcoin to be everything in his 2014 interview. Trying to be everything is quite an undertaking for practical matters. What specifically could it be used for? To answer the question, let's remember the two component parts of Bitcoin: bit, data, and coin money. Bitcoin is an amalgamation between data and money, or perhaps it is a way to monetize data. Well, it's to commoditize data, world's first commercial internet. When I first used the term back in 2019, CoinGeek presentation, the idea was to list out the possible use cases that merged if there was an integral connection between data and money. We would certainly have a very different internet than the one we have today, where data and clicks are routinely farmed for unwitting users and as the only form of monetization. One of the best ways to think of this is an advert for the shipping industry. Few really appreciate just how much of the modern economy is made possible with the advent of the humble shipping container. Best described in this recent article, the shipping container is probably something that everyone else sees several times a day without paying any thought to its importance to the global economy and modern society as a whole. You know them as the trailer behind every standard truck, the cargo boxcars on trains, and the numerous Lego bricks stacked on the giant container ships which deliver cargo around the globe. The standardization of the shipping container made the conversion from ships to trucks much more efficient, as we didn't have to deal with the incompatibilities between different hardware, truck sizes, rail gauges as such. Additionally, the standardization allowed for shipping containers to be able to be uniformly stacked on container ships, creating huge gains in economies of scale when it comes to moving cargo around the world. Interesting. So how does this relate to Bitcoin? Well, simply put, we have current networking standards of sending data across the internet. Standards such as HTTP for the web, TCP for the packet-driven internet, and JSON for the textual data. Given these existing standards, do we really need another? Well, for one, something that has always been notably missing from the internet is a monetization layer. In fact, the designers of HTTP even included some codes, rarely used today, that hint that a primitive payment protocol between web servers and clients. The problem with preventing the adoption of such a monetized protocol for the internet was in part due to the lack of way of guaranteeing the security of payment information between client and servers. This is due to the nature of most payment systems relying on a trusted payment intermediary to manage the information and the payment authorization. Whether this intermediary is a bank or a credit card company, the fact that payments needed to be authorized by the intermediary meant that this presented an issue for payments made between parties directly with each other. We had to trust the other party with our private payment information in order to enable them to authorize payments on our behalf. Such like how credit cards are used in physical checkout process. The problem with that is that unlike a physical location where you can keep an eye on the cashier to ensure that they weren't doing anything unbecoming with your credit card or making copies of your ID without your permission, and with internet merchants this is impossible. What we needed was a form of a digital cash which could facilitate peer-to-peer payments without the need for either side having to trust the other with any information or the need for payment intermediary to be trusted with the same. Great article, I'm loving this. Hold on one sec. And we're back in the room. There we go. So that's actually quite good. So basically they're saying that shipping containers ship goods and services around the world, and now we have a commercial internet that can ship data around the world securely. That's really quite a good metaphor actually. I do like that. Good article there from Jerry. Loving that. Alright, so I saw some funny ones on Cointelegraph that I wanted to just read myself because they did actually look quite amusing. There we go, check this out. Poop coin. Korean professor uses bio waste to mine crypto. Let's have a look at this. So students in South Korea college are earning crypto mined from the energy generated from their excrement. Oh dear. Shitcoin may no longer be solely a term used to describe altcoin projects with questionable value propositions, as one South Korean university professor has taken the term to a more literal dimension. Cho Jae-hyun, one of National Institute of Science and Technology, of the National Institute of Science and Technology in Ulsan, South Korea, has created an eco-friendly toilet system that produces fertilizer and energy from human excrement. Jae Won, a professor from urban and environmental engineering, said the toilet system incorporates a vacuum pump that redirects human waste into an underground tank to produce a biogas methane. The professor's experiment is reportedly utilizing the biogas to power a universal building, gas stoves and water heaters, among other things. He quotes here, "If we think outside the box, feces has precious value to make energy and manure. I've put this value into ecological circulation," the professor said. Jae Won's experiment also has a digital currency proponent with a native token called Jigul, which is used to incentivize the adoption of eco-friendly toilet. Students earn 10 Jigul per day if they use the toilet and use the digital money to buy coffee, bananas and even books on campus. That was quite funny. Detailed the viability of human excrement as a power source. The professor stated that the excrement produced by an average person could produce up to 0.5 kilowatt hour of electricity, which is sufficient to power an electric vehicle for up to 3/4 of a mile. Crypto mining stakeholders are moving towards more eco-friendly power sources, especially amid the current backlash from policymakers over the supposed carbon footprint of the process. The Bitcoin Mining Council estimates that 56% of all Bitcoin mining is currently using sustainable energy sources. Oh, all right. Interesting. Let's see what else there was. I think it might have been that one. What's that? World Bank and BIS champion central bank digital currencies at G20. More people hopping on the bandwagon. Yes, indeed. Let's see what else there was here. Binance, Derrida, more trouble for them. Binance in the crosshairs. What's this? Oh, here we go. Check this one out. So Bitcoin is a miracle and better than gold, says Apple co-founder Wozniak. So Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak declared Bitcoin is the only digital gold years ago, but he claimed that he still hasn't invested in BTC. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak has reportedly reiterated his positive stance on Coolcoin despite not being a Coolcoin investor himself. A vocal proponent of Coolcoin who once called it the only digital gold, Wozniak reportedly referred to Coolcoin as a miracle of technology, that's Bitcoin, and a unique mathematical formula. At Talentland Digital 2021, a major virtual event in Latin America devoted to technology and innovation. According to Thursday, a report by a local news agency, El Sol de Mexico, the Apple co-founder has also indicated that Bitcoin is better than gold, implying that it's easier to mine Bitcoin blocks than finding and extracting gold. Oh, really? He said gold is limited and you can have a look for it. Bitcoin is the most amazing mathematical miracle. I do not invest in Coolcoin, but I believe it's here to stay. Many industry players and analysts have referred to Coolcoin as the digital gold, as both gold and Bitcoin have a limited supply, thus potentially retaining value on the market. While gold is limited by physical supply and the difficulty of extraction, Bitcoin mining is capped at 21 million coins by its source code, meaning that there will be no single new Bitcoin once the last coin is mined in 2140. Again, it's just shit coiners. It's just worth reminding ourselves of this. Let's just send this to ourselves, shall we? This is a classic one. Let me find images. Hold on a sec. That's the one we want. Show images, yeah. Here we go. We've all seen this. Always worth another reminder. Scarcity make number go up. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Even Steve Wozniak is saying it. It just goes to show how far behind all these even intelligent people are. Wozniak provided similar comments on Coolcoin previously, claiming that the only Bitcoin is pure digital gold. On June 2018, the tech guru noted that he bought into comments from Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, who has repeatedly argued that Bitcoin will emerge as the single currency of the internet. Well, they're right, but it's certainly not going to be the SegWit protocol, because that's an absolute load of crap. Hilarious. But the reason they're saying it's a miracle is because they don't understand the paradox of the centralized starting point. That's what I'm saying. That's why this chart here that I just started with is so important, because literally the miracle is 99.95% a chance that it won't ever happen again. That's the miracle. That's how much of a miracle it is. What's the chances of this happening? Well, the chances of it not happening are 99.951%. So your miracle is 0.04% of it happening. That's why they're referring to it as a miracle. So I find that quite interesting. And check this out. Is there anything here on crypto.com? First exchange approved to offer bank transfers in Malta. Who cares? Oh my god, look at this. Elon Musk said Dogecoin briefly spikes 13% on Elon Musk's plan to make it superior to Bitcoin. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's just bring this up again. So he said, Elon Musk has criticised Coolcoin and Ethereum scaling efforts while promoting Dogecoin's plans. In brief, Elon Musk has criticised the scaling efforts of Bitcoin and Ethereum. He said that Dogecoin's upgrade plans to maximise transaction speeds, minimise transaction costs, have merit. And this was his tweet. So he said, BTC and Ethereum are pursuing a multi-layer transaction system, but base layer transactions rate is slow and transaction cost is high. There is merit, in my opinion, to Doge maximising base layer transaction rate and minimising transaction cost, with exchanges acting as the de facto secondary layer. Oh my, literally, how could you miss Bitcoin, you absolute buffoon? But it just, literally, it's like when the floodgates open, which is what they will do, you're literally just going to have to hold on to your hats. It's going to be absolutely insane, But yeah, just want to show you this tweet just quickly from Bitcoin Kaiser at Bitcoin Kaiser. There we go. BSV King. Check this one out. So this is a post here from Craig in the MetaNet Slack ICU. Check it out. So Craig has said, BTC fools are in for the shock of their lives this year. Expect much wailing and gnashing of teeth. Wow. Stay tuned, people. It's going to be a very exciting year ahead. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And just quickly, some other news here. Look at this. 93,000 users scammed into buying fake cryptocurrency mining apps. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What's this? Is this like the Pi app or something? Thousands of users were scammed into buying fake Android cryptocurrency mining apps, according to California-based Security Forum. These apps were advertised as a way of earning money via mining cryptocurrencies, but in actually they didn't. They don't perform any function. Instead, they charge the user for supposedly improvements and enhancements to improve their currency throughput. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, like that. Cloud scam, bit scam. Jeepers! Like, oh. Just the ignorance, you know. I mean, at least we're not ignorant anymore. We know exactly what's going on, you know. US Congressman declares investment in Dogecoin, Ethereum, Cardano. Oh my god. There's another Hoskinson. Charles Hoskinson faces Twitter backlash as his Cardano predictions fall short of reality. Yes, surprise, surprise, because it's an absolute joke. And Jay-Z entertainment firm, Rock Nation buys Sensorium's and Metaverse crypto tokens. And check out this one just quickly, because I've got to be off skis in a minute. Visa and 50 crypto platforms to enable cryptocurrency payments at 70 million merchants. Again, it's just going to be dumping crypto for, which is shitcoin, which is fiat currency. Visa Incorporated announced Wednesday that the transaction via crypto-linked Visa cards exceeds $1 billion in the first quarter. The company further said that it is partnering with 50 major cryptocurrency platforms to launch card programs that make it easier to convert and spend digital currency at 70 million merchants worldwide. See, they're probably doing this, encouraging people to just simply, dump core coin. And these douchebags think they're actually spending it, but actually by bringing more exposure to crypto is just simply going to accelerate, BSV when people find out that it's Bitcoin. Honestly, it's going to be absolutely mental. So this was the tweet here, with more than $1 billion spent in crypto linked to Visa cards in the 1H of 2021, Visa is partnering with 50 of the leading crypto platforms to launch card programs that make it easier to convert plus spend digital currencies. You're not spending digital currencies, you're dumping it. Yeah, but I mean, douchebags. Honestly, douchebags. But, like I said, still bringing awareness to it. So it sounds good, people. All right, might use that as my thumbnail today. Yeah, cool. All right, guys, I've got to go because I'm doing my show with Women of BSV in just a mo. So I can't do my ding a dong, unfortunately. So everyone can ding dongs to everyone else. Hope you enjoyed the show. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.